Hi, this is Sarah Mitchel with thecropsite.com, and today we're here with Mitchel Baalman, and he is a farmer from Kansas. Mitchel, tell me a little bit about some of the cropping decisions that farmers in Kansas are making that are being influenced solely by the amount and supply of water in the state of Kansas in that area.
Okay, well, we farm in northwest Kansas. Where our family was established in northwest Kansas. It's about if it was a reference, we're 3.5 hours east of Denver. So we're out here on the high plains. Our average rainfall is generally 15 to 18 inches, but we're in a drought right now. Our wells, we're pumping 15 inches, but what we're doing in our high priority area, we're cutting them back to 11. We have 55 inches in 5 years, so basically 11 inches a year. So basically the cropping practices, like in our first year of our Lima that we just did here, most guys just went corn on corn because they knew they had the flexibility of using up. You could use up more than 11 inches. You could go up to 15 inches if you had the capacity of the well to do it. But I think as we get farther and farther in the line here, and as more as the technology comes in wheat and milo, I mean that's one thing. All the genetics has been put into corn. I think with wheat and milo, there's a lot to play there. We actually have on our farm 4 irrigated pivots of wheat that we are implementing on our smaller gallon wells, that like in the Lima, just to break up the water. Because traditionally we plan on putting 5 to 6 inches on the wheat and milo. We can put 5 to 6 inches on that on a fall crop. But it's what the type of ground you have. We got variable soils on there. We're pretty flat soils, but the variability that's in there will dictate how much water we put on there and what our plan is in a 5-year plan of where we want to end up after 5 years. What kind of cropping sequence we're going to have out there.
And is your expectation really that you think more and more farmers may be moving away from corn into wheat or other, into sorghum and some of these other types of crops?
Well, I think corn is king everywhere, and it's still the same out there. We have a lot of feedlots, so in turn we feed our corn to a lot of beef cattle. Yep. The beef cattle utilizes corn better compared to milo. Where milo is a smaller, compact kernel, it still weighs the same 56, but they don't utilize milo as well. So in turn, the milo goes to ethanol plants, and the basis has kind of changed. There's the crop insurance is a big deal with milo. We don't have the proven yields as we do in corn. Corn is just ultimately, it's still going to rule out there. It's just how the farmer in that area wants to have his rotation. Like on our farm, we are implementing milo because I guess I'm trying to be a pioneer out there and say we can raise milo out here because you're using less water, but yet we still have corn on these pivots too, because we know how to raise corn. It's easier to raise, and our proven yield on our APH on a crop insurance is over 220 bushel, whereas milo we're looking at in our area would be 115 to 120. So if you look at crop insurance, there's a definite difference, and your premiums are higher. So when you're looking at crop insurance and just the technology into the milo, it's just not there compared to corn. There's been more money through the seed industry put into corn, and the same with wheat, but everybody is running into a rotational. I can almost say every farmer out there is rotating to different crops just to break up the water, because you go into pest management, weed management, we're breaking up the chemistries. And even before the Lima, this was going on, just for rotational factors. It was all, but corn will still be the main thing raised out there for the feedlots. So
very good. Thanks so much for your time today, Mitchel.
Not a problem.
This is Sarah Mitchel for thecropsite.com.